StreamYard to stream. There we go. I'm finally figuring these things out. Takes me just a little bit extra time sometimes. Okay. Just went up. People will figure it out. Right. Okay, pull this down. Doesn't look as bad as it could, except for, Lysol and thought I saw Sandtorma peeking on over there. Okay. So, this and this, or this secondary thing here. Screen. Share screen, application window. Chrome tab. Yep. Chrome tab. No one's come on yet. So, is this the one I want? Crazy mouth. That's the one I want on there. Yep, that's the one I want to share once I want to get her going. Punk. Thunka. So, even if there is no one here, I've already wasted, a couple minutes just doing sweet piddly winks, but getting stuff ready real quick because I just realized exactly how far along I am in the day and how much longer it is until we get to go to Justin's My Animal House, which, well, at least me, can't say anything for anyone else if they show up. So here's a vlog. What I have been trying to get my brain to work on here is that I am just doing an update on what's going on. The last little while I've been trying to deal with not having a regular keyboard and using a really small one. It's cute, but small. So now I have a brand new keyboard and I have a brand new mouse. Yeah, my mouse was killed too. These things happen when you have a disastrous happening with your key. Which it's not too hard for me. I have to admit I'm very good at dropping things. My husband calls it incident positive. I call it, heck. Pretty much. Let's see. Other updates. I found my first lizard. My monitor lizard. Used to have this on top of my monitor when you could put them on top of the monitor. And I had him on there all the time. So I just found him. Gotta wash it. I think it got tea damaged as well, so it's a little damaged up. And I found a turtle as well. That's been around for a while. Okie dokies. There are a couple of other things that I have found, but I first have to mention about Blackbird TV. We were was it last one? The one before, podcast before this last one I had, we were talking about animals and such, and Blackbird said that they'd make me a kitty cat, and they did. It's wonderful. I love it. Thank you so much. It's really cute, and the little hearts on it, or the heart spots on it, are just wonderful. I was just blown away by it. And the shark eye was great, and um, the 3D python, a ball python. I really liked all of that. That was a lot of fun seeing that. And that reminds me, I have another thing besides that one item to show, and that showing a few. So should I show this first? Or... Yeah, I think I'm going to show this first, because there have been people who don't think about the possibility or ramifications of simple things like not wearing a mask. Well, that's to me, that's a frightening thing, because if you can carry such an easily distributable disease, it's just disregarding other people's lives not to put on a mask. I mean, yes, there is a possibility that you're going to still have, droplets or whatever on you. But, I mean, I'm so glad my mother passed away a couple years ago, because this would have killed her. The place that she was living at the last year of her life, we did not want to put her in. Hey, hello, Mr. J. Anyway, we didn't want to put my mom into, I didn't really want to, but she had to go into a home. And that home has lost 21 people within the last couple weeks. 21 people out of a home that there's, I don't know, not that many. But on to nicer things here. Mr. J saying, how are you? I'm doing pretty good, Mr. J. I've started trying to get my brain going on some things, and trying to reboot it as well. And it just sometimes goes into some other world. How are you doing? I was going to show this little video, but I'll show it a little afterwards. I can change the, stop that one, share a different screen. I'll have to find the item first before I can share it. But oh, well, thank goodness they're not as bad to get done anymore. They're not that hard. Are they going to have to remove it, or is it that far yet? Cataracts are a pain in the butt, definitely, but better than losing your sight, I suppose, because something can be done. Wait, you're in the States, so it's going to cost you a fair amount, isn't it? Unless you have insurance. September 3rd. Okay, Mr. J. Eye surgery, September 3rd. Okie dokies. Okay, that's great. So probably just be day or morning surgery or whatever. You'll be out by well before evening. Then they have this eye thing to put over it. They probably gave you the whole schmozzle of what exactly is going to happen anyway. But I haven't had it done. My mom did. And it went through not a problem. Just have someone there to drive you home and such. And you're not so bad. You can bug and be a pain in the arse asking for ice. All right, it's not the throat, so you can't say you need ice cream to cool it off. Dang. That doesn't work. "2 hours. Procedure only takes 15, and then you go home the same day." That sounds about right. Basically, a lot of it is taking blood, taking your sugars, checking your pulse, and all the other things, and getting you into curvy little night clothes. Yeah, I figured that out. Yeah, 15 seconds. No! No time to do that. No. You'll be just fine, Mr. J. I'm fully wake up brain. It's reboot. Come on. I'm was with my I'm sorry, my brain is just completely honking out today. Then again, when isn't it? That's a good point. But yeah, just have someone to hold your hand, and then you won't be asleep. Damn. See, my favorite thing about if I go in for an operation is that I know I'll be unconscious and everyone else has to worry. It's no fun if you're the person who has to worry. But you're not fully conked out for getting your eye done, so it's not quite the same thing. Oh well. But cataracts. Perhaps I saw a lot of cataracts when I was working with animals. But you worked with animals as well? Yes. No pain equals, well, no pain. Yeah, people who do an awful lot of weightlifting and all that other stuff just do not like me. Just your snake. Is it an older snake that's got the cataracts? Or has, haven't, has fixed. Snakes do get it as well. I've seen, I went through a work program, just very short work program when I was going through animal care. And I was at the Toronto Zoo. Cool. I'm going to have to take a look at that. That's just on your regular, on your, that'll be your first video, won't it? Wow. At the Toronto Zoo, I saw a couple of animals with cataracts, and when I worked in animal care, saw quite a few. You have a few on the Mr. J site? How could have I missed that? Well, it's me. I can miss anything. Cripes, I could probably miss an elephant if it was walking towards me, so I'm not quite surprised that I missed your videos. I don't even know what I'm doing with that hand. Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to be also trying to find a picture to show because I had promised Blackbird that I would show them a picture. And it is, well, somewhere in there. Oh, goodness. My hearts. Nope. That's a good idea. Positive videos are really good. I just get really confused for mine. I've actually at one point of time I was doing a live stream and I fell asleep right before the live stream came on. So the live stream came on and I'm waiting for it to come on so I can go through it and everything. And here I am, completely fast asleep on my live stream. What's going on? Oh man, that was slightly embarrassing. A bit more than slightly, but hey, could be worse. Could be much, much, much worse. It's not like I went on and had a, shirt drop and boob fall out or something like that. Now that is worse. That would, I'm kind of glad that we didn't have computers when I was a kid. I mean, video games, big deal, but, well, hardly much. Sure. You can share it where you like. Wait. I trust you. I trust you very much. But, okay. Where is it? My Make Your Owns. It's not in my Make Your Owns. I know it's not in Make Your Owns. Oh, that's where that went. I will probably lose it again in 5 seconds. Yes, I will. I am very good at losing things. Do. Okay, what I'm looking for. Page and no. These are not creatures, buttons. Okay. Resources. Cool. Thank you. Much appreciated. I'm very happy that, yeah, it, my brain went on to a completely different uh, topic there for a second. Thank you, and I'll share yours too. I'll have to get back to it a little later. I have a lot of things I've um, how can I say it? Just not done anything with because of one reason or another. Sometimes just, you know, things come up or whatever. There it is. Okay. Now, let's see if I can find it again. You know, the horrible thing is when you find something and then you forget where you had it. It just is not all that helpful that way. Okay. Ah, there. Da, 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 da. Nope. Well, I don't feel so bad. I'm just I'm just so good at misplacing, but I still have whatever you know, I'm looking for. I just don't know where it is. And I know it's there. And that's the problem, is knowing it's there and just not knowing where. I can understand that just a lot. I really can understand that a lot. I That's not what I was looking for. I'm very good at just, there's one, but let me go. It's just getting what you were gonna get, I suppose. maybe what I will do, how much longer until our open chat? 25 minutes. Okay. So what I am going to do, I'm just going to share screen, then Chrome tab it. Not about the ducks. Ducks are screwy. They are, every time I hear anything about ducks, it just gets worse. The fowl family is weird. I swear they are just the most. Where the hay is it? Okay, it should be right here. That's not one. That's, nope, close to BC though. I'm in Alberta. But it's close enough, I suppose. I don't eat ducks because, well, I don't go hunting for one, and I've just never had duck. Tried to have beaver, which is quite scary. My father's hunting friends caught beavers, and they gave him one, and he cooked it, which did not turn out all that well. Even the dogs wouldn't touch it. It was that bad. Dogs were like, nope, not touching that crud. We'll eat almost anything else, but that, human, you're nuts. We are not touching that. Okay, that's the StreamYard. That's how that. Oh, there. Haha. Now this is not duck, moose, rabbit, and deer. I have had moose and deer, but not duck or goose. Or rabbit. I had rabbits for the summer, and then my brother killed them for winter, and it's like, wait a moment. This was not supposed to be part of the deal, bro. But since I can't do anything about it now, thank you very much. What, Belle? You're sure? Are you sure? Okay, come here. Yeah, you can come up. Okay. Okay, you happy? We both need a diet. Okay. It's okay, Belle. It's okay, Belle. I'm not going to eat you. I'm going to eat you up, you big baby. You big baby. Hey. Oh, you love me now. This is my sister's cat, Bailey. He's about 30-some pounds. 35 maybe. Okay, now I wanted to share this on my podcast specifically because it's a good good statement for people, and because Dr. Lee's a veterinarian and he's very good at knowing, health stuff. So I'm going to put that on if you don't mind, and I'm going to search for that one picture that I was looking for. Yeah, he's a big boy. He's not fluff. That I can tell you, it's nowhere near fluff. But a lot of it's muscle and a lot of it's fat. Okay, so you okay with me putting on this little thing while I try to find that picture? There it is. Okay, so this is just for people to see, and if it rings true, yes, ma'am. This rings true, and you want to show other people this to give them more progressive view on what veterinarian thinks of things, then go for it. Dr. Lee would really appreciate that. He appreciates when people help him out with things. So, okay, I'm going to put him on. There we go. And I guess I ought to at least stick it on theater mode. And hopefully he's...
One other little housekeeping thing I need to do is to tell you that I've got some friends who will not wear their masks because of ridiculous things. Their comment is the government didn't know at first and told us that masks do no good, and now they're telling us they do good. They can't make up their mind. I'm not going to do it because it's a bunch of crap. Well, let me tell you, I've been living in virology. I studied virology. I've been practicing virology and battling viruses for 40 years. I know a little bit about it. I have been wearing masks for all that time too. Anytime I have an animal on the table cracked open, I'll have a mask on only because I don't want my respiratory droplets carrying anything that's in my lungs, in my throat, in my nose, in my mouth, into that animal's open body cavity. The deal about the mask is that if you are wearing a mask and someone comes up and he's spewing COVID virus on you, coronavirus on you, that mask is not going to protect you. Very unlikely that it will. But if that person has a mask on, it's going to knock down about 80% of the respiratory droplets that carry the virus. They're going to hang on the inside of this mask. Granted, they're going to go out to the sides, underneath it, above it, around the eyes, but 80% of it will be trapped. If everyone wears a mask, we're going to knock down the aerosol contagion by 80%. I hope by now, been on here for 3 years, talking to you guys for 3 years. I hope I try to come straight across and be your friend. I don't come up with I don't act like I'm wacky crazy. Strike that last thing. I try to be your friend. I think I'm not any smarter than anybody else. In certain fields, I'm more educated than most, and that's one. And I think you can trust me. So, for those of you that have your doubts, wear it. I've got a classmate who got a little bit lazy with hers and now she has coronavirus, and she gave it to her dad because she didn't wear her mask when she was contagious and did not realize it. And she ran fever for 8 days. You don't want to give that to your loved ones. You don't want to do that. So anyway, I will get down off this soapbox right now. That was heavy on my heart, and I just had to pass it on. Wear your mask and do all the rest of the crap that you know you're supposed to do, because there's more virus out there right now than there was when they first shut the country down and we were all scared and staying home. We need to be doing that now even more than we were then. Granted, we still have to go make a living, and I understand that, but just do the best you can with what you've got. That's all I ask. And if you have any doubts on the mask thing, please take my advice. All right, guys, that is it. Um,
Oh, that's just something for some people to think about. If I believe in Dr. Lee Carricker, Carricker, Dr. Lee Carricker. His son, Dr. Cripes, and he's the one I started watching in the first place. Anyway, his son started up this one called Vet Ranch, but that was after he started Demolition Ranch. So, so uh, God's Matt. Matt started up this one called Demolition Ranch on YouTube, which is quite fun if you like guns and stuff. Just take a try at that on that channel. He's hilarious. He does little skit things and stuff. But while he was doing the Demolition Ranch, he had seen this dog get run over, and he took it into his place and started working on it, trying to save it. He didn't know whether he could save the dog or not, and he decided, well, might as well film it for my own posterity. And his father, Dr. Lee, had a veterinary clinic, and he worked at the veterinary clinic. So he started doing these films for the vet clinic, and he called it Vet Branch. And it took off pretty well, and he showed things about animals which wouldn't be adopted if they didn't do simple things like get rid of mange, or uh, if it couldn't walk because one of the legs were broken in a couple places, or it was on the street and such. They fixed them up and um, fixed them up, got them better, got them associated. If they weren't socialized, they got socialized with foster homes and put up for adoption once they were ready to go to a new home, which I found it really great. So I started to watch Vet Ranch and then found out about the others. And then a couple of years ago, Dr. Lee started, uh, Matt's father, Dr. Lee, started his show on YouTube as well. And yeah, it's a whole family in it, and they're really nice people. And well, Dr. Matt still hasn't blown up a Christmas tree for me on on the demolition ranch yet. So what? He asks, what should I do for Christmas? I say, blow up a tree. Why not? He does other blows up cars. Why not trees? Sorry, I lived, my parents had 100 acres on this place called St. Joe's Island in Ontario. And we had a saying. It was stop, drop, stop, drop, and roll under something. It wasn't just stop, drop, and roll. It was, you had to roll under something, because if you heard fire in the hole, that's, you have to get out of the way because you don't know what's going to be flying next. And that's the way it was on the property, because my brother got into the dynamite now and again. Blew up, refrigerators. Apparently fridges can go sideways when you blow them up. And trucks fly when you blow them up. Sometimes do a nice twirl too. It just all depends. So I had a little bit of a twinge when people yell fire in a hole and just stop and roll under something. Because for a few years I got used to stop, dropping, and rolling under things. So it wasn't too unusual for me. Not I've bored the heck out of you. Let's see what our buddies are doing. 8 minutes. Woohoo! Not bad. Eight minutes, 7 minutes and 39 seconds until our buddies are up there. True enough, that's why, well, watch Demolition Ranch and you'll see what exactly I mean about they're not unused to these kind of things either over there. Let's just, but I've heard people talking about Joe, how can I forget his name? Tiger King. Talking about him, about the way he was talking about, shooting people if they come on his property to go stealing his animals or stuff like that. And I'm just sitting there going, Then other people were saying, oh, well, that guy's a freak talking like that and everything. I'm like, uh-oh. You guys don't know my family. I think I will not. Yeah, too bad. I say it anyway. Whatever. But yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. Some of the things that Tiger King was saying, and I'm just like, yeah, sure, okay. Oh, you're blowing up the beaver dam. Big deal. A little dynamite. Do some fishing. What's the problem? That's it. Well, apparently other people don't think it's normal. Oops. Oh, well. My dad and bro aren't around anymore, so they're the ones who did all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I am going to let this all shut this off. I didn't accomplish everything, which is just fine. I had a good time. Did you have a good time? It is a great way to clear a beaver dam. The only thing is that by the day after you've blown up that darn beaver dam, if you haven't gotten whole, if you haven't removed the beavers, they're right there again. Just make it again. Just we have to go up there again. Stand there, wait a little while, watch as woodpecker comes. It's up in the tree, clunks in the tree until it blows up, flies away, does it the next day. I don't know. Some things feel like. Which cow was that? Is a black and white one back there? Probably. Felt like Groundhog Day every so often. Blow things up, it just comes on back the next day. Oh. Okay. Let's scoot on over to Justin's My Animal House and see what he's got going on over there. Let's chat with Trish and everyone else. And we'll be there. And if anyone watches this to the end, thank you. Thank you for watching any of it. Much appreciated. And you take care of yourself. And have fun. And that's the main thing, is having fun. Well, besides taking care of yourself. Anyway, bye-bye. See you over there, Mr. J.